Hey guys, this is Samir for Digit.in, and what we have here with us is the Xperia XA smartphone. It was just announced by Sony, and it's kind of a mid-range smartphone. We'll quickly run through the specifications of the phone first. It has a 5 and 720p display, 13 megapixel rear camera that's right there. And it has the hybrid autofocus with object tracking, as you can see, and 5x clear zoom. It has an 8 megapixel front facing camera, so that's right there. It has a 2300 mAh battery, which Sony claims can go for up to 2 days. And yeah, so that's something that we'd really like to check out if it does have 2 days of battery life. Coming towards powering the device, it has the MediaTek MT6755 processor, which is a 64-bit octa-core processor with 2 GB of RAM, 16 GB of storage, and of course micro SD card support up to 200 GB. And it of course has single SIM, dual SIM variants, Bluetooth 4.1. So that's a quick look at the specifications. It does have a slightly thick bezel at the bottom and the top, but not on the sides really. It's kind of really edge to edge almost if you look at the smartphone. And on the side, of course, you have a power button, which is very reminiscent to what we've seen on other Sony devices, and of course the volume rocker is here as well. At the bottom you have the speaker. Okay, so there is no price or availability announced as of yet. The smartphones were just unveiled, and we have the specifications and our first look at the devices, so there is no pricing information. There is of course the standard housing on the side, which gives you access to the SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. Overall the smartphone feels quite compact to hold. It has the earpiece on the top. Is it water resistant?
No.
No, okay, so the smartphone is not water resistant, and yeah, there's actually that limited amount of information. We're just going to quickly run through the UI. The UI is what we've come to expect from Sony. It may come to India. They really haven't announced the countries where the smartphone will be launching. Well, I will just confirm the USB Type-C. Connectivity is USB Type-C, or connectivity is micro USB, or USB?
No more USB.
The connectivity is micro USB. It's not USB Type-C. And we'll quickly get you a look at the camera app. So that's the camera app. There is no price announced. And the camera is quite snappy by the look of it. It clicks pictures really fast. Okay, so the phone's menu, if you want to see, this is what the menu looks like. It's fairly standard. It has the standard simple app lister that we've come to expect. And we do have a microphone here with us, but well, the audio might be a little patchy because MWC is really loud. Coming to the settings option, of course, you can see it's pretty standard to what we've seen from Sony. Let's just give you a look at the operating system right here. In about the phone, it's running on Android 6.0 Marshmallow, and yeah, I mean the smartphone actually is pretty light and simple to hold. Just to give you a perspective, since this has a 5.5-inch display we have with us, of course the age-old Nexus 5, so that's a comparison for the size for those of you that are wondering. The display seems to be quite bright. It has a 5.5-inch display, and yeah, so that was actually our first look at the phone. I will just reiterate, there is no pricing information announced. You have a dedicated shutter button out here. You don't have access to the battery, and it is pretty standard in terms of everything that we've come to expect from a mid-range smartphone as of now. To reiterate some of the specifications, it has a 5-inch 720p display, 13 megapixel rear camera, an 8 megapixel front facing camera, 2300 mAh battery with the MediaTek MT6755 64-bit octa-core processor, and micro SD card support up to 200 GB with 16 GB of built-in storage. Single SIM, dual SIM variants will be available. The display is a 720p display, Sunil, so if that was your question. Like I said before, the top and the bottom does have slightly thicker bezels than what we've seen on smartphones. But on the sides, as you can see, there's almost no bezel. That's almost edge to edge. So that's the amount of limited information that we have with the phone as of now. Sony has announced two phones. This is the Xperia XA. There's the Xperia X as well. And stay tuned, as we will get you our first look at that smartphone as well. If you guys have any more questions about the Xperia XA, you can let us know. Well, the special thing about the phone, Rohit, is apparently the camera. So if we just take you through the specifications, it has a 13 megapixel direct camera with hybrid autofocus and object tracking, quick camera launcher. So that, again, Mridul, there is no information about the pricing yet. From the back, it's a fairly standard Xperia smartphone. Nothing gorgeous as such to look at, but it does have the standard Xperia feel to it. The display is 5 inches, 720p. Like I was saying, Sony has announced two phones, the Xperia XA and the Xperia X, and we will get you our first impressions of the other phone as well. And if you guys have any questions regarding the phone, you can ask them right now. Since I have it with me, I will probably be able to look into the phone and tell you guys. Okay, so picture quality is one thing that you guys are asking about. So far, it's really difficult to judge the picture quality. I did click a few pictures out here, so let's get into the Photos app and see what that looks like. Yeah. So yeah, so that's our first look at the phone, and yeah, so these are actually some pre-click pictures. I'm trying to find the camera roll where I clicked a few pictures myself out here. And okay, so well, if I can't get to the pictures, let's just try to get through to the camera and click a picture. And yeah. So, oops. Okay, so I guess there's something with the demo unit that I can't really get through to the picture. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So yeah, these are some of the pictures from the device. Anyway, that was our first look. Just to reiterate, there is no availability of price or launch frame for India, and this was our first look at the Xperia XA. As always, you guys can stay tuned to Digit, as we will be bringing you a lot more coverage from the Mobile World Congress. Thank you.